Welcome to my study today. Let's have a look at defining relative clauses. That's clauses that tell us more about people and things, and we use who, that, and which. There are two exercises today for you to practice. So, let's get started. Relative clauses tell us which person or thing that the speaker is talking about. And we use pronouns, who, whom, whose, which, that, and what, adjectives, which and what, and adverbs, where, when, and why. But you have to be careful in giving these a title because it depends exactly on what job the word is doing in the sentence. Supposing we look at these three men and I say, the man can speak Spanish. You would probably say, well, which man do you mean? The man who is wearing a tie can speak Spanish. Now you know exactly who I mean. And that is a defining relative clause. And these are used more, really, than the non-defining relative clauses. And I'll talk more about non-defining in the next video. So let's take a closer look at the defining relative clause. A defining relative clause is really two clauses. Look at this example. A baker is a person, that's one. He bakes bread, that's another. And we can put them together by saying a baker is a person who bakes bread. Here are some more examples. A thief is a person who steals things. A linguist is a person who can speak foreign languages. A playwright is a person who writes plays. And here's an example with Shakespeare, of course. It's very important that you get this pattern into your head. So try this little exercise. Exercise 1. Is a person who That sounds rather strange. Have a look at this. An artist is a person who paints pictures. See if you can answer these questions. A person who makes beer, a person who owns shares in a company, a person who rides a bicycle, and a person who cuts men's hair. Put it into the form of the example. You can pause the video to do that. The answers follow at the end of the video. So how do we apply those examples when we're speaking about people? Here are our three men again. The man, he is wearing a tie, can speak Spanish. And I can say, the man who is wearing a tie can speak Spanish. We can apply that to the other pronouns he, she, and the plural they. But I can also say the man that is wearing a tie can speak Spanish. In the defining relative clauses, they are interchangeable on most occasions. What you don't see in a defining relative clause is a comma. We don't generally use a comma in a defining relative clause. Speaking about things is slightly different. Where are the books? They were on the shelf. Where are the books that were on the shelf? You can apply this to the pronouns it and they as well. And you can use which, but it's not so common. I think we prefer that these days in modern English. Where are the books which were on the shelf? I think I can hear you saying, just a minute, Charles. I've seen sentences where these pronouns are left out. So when exactly can we do that? Let's look back at our previous example. The man who is wearing a tie can speak Spanish. Where are the books that were on the shelf? Now in both these examples, who and that are subjects of the verb in the relative clause. You can see who is and that were. So in that case, no, we have to include the pronoun. The man who is wearing a tie can speak Spanish. I cannot leave it out in this case. But, and there's always a but, look at this example. Did you find the keys you lost? Them. Them is showing us that in this clause, keys is an object. When who or that are objects of the verb in the relative clause, you can omit them. Like this. Did you find the keys you lost? Who and that are not necessary here. So let's just remind ourselves of these basic structures. A baker is a person who bakes bread. I cannot leave out the who. The tree we planted, it is showing us it's an object. Last year is growing well. So I can say the tree we planted last year is growing well. That is omitted. If you found my lesson useful, could I ask you to subscribe below and ring that bell? Thanks. Exercise 2 follows for more practice with relative clauses, and the answers to 1 and 2 follow that. Exercise 2. Add the missing relative or leave it out where possible. Exercise 1. Answers. Exercise 2. Answers. Next time we shall have a look at some more on defining relative clauses, plus we'll talk about non-defining relative clauses. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe below and I'll see you next time. Bye.